Greetings, everyone. Please give me a moment to make sure all the live stream is going. Twitter is going. Twitch appears to be going. Rumble appears to be going. Great, is my voice already going out? I may take a week off from streaming just to get my voice time to rest. And looks like YouTube is going. Probably I should actually find a username before I actually start the stream, like I always forget to do. Oh, howdy. Sorry about that. I'm just getting everything set up. Please give me a moment. And looks like everything is going good. Now let's find a name. About online 4 hours ago. Seems like a good place to start. And no match show. Let's see now. Starting from the top. 9 minutes, not long enough. 13, 18, 15. I think as well of not Warring Islands, Empire Wars. It does get the pace a little bit quicker, so I could eye for a shorter game, but who wants a short game? Let's go find a long game. This one decent length, so this one should be adequate. It's a good way to get myself warmed up for the day. And hopefully my voice doesn't go out again. Greetings everyone, and Gray here. I have another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the orange Holy Roman Empire, we have Louis MT. Spawn on the north side as the blue Ottomans, we have Shens. Shens. No, Sins? No, I have no idea how to pronounce that. I always second guess myself. Let's talk about economic benefits. Of course, Ottomans, they don't get any fancy economic benefits, they just had to print the units for free. Through the military school. First military school is being put on the field. And for the Holy Roman Empire, they do have the Prelate. Prelate does allow to inspire individual villages to have 40% gathering rate. Additionally, they do, I also forget to mention, they do also have 40% increased carrying capacity. With Beerware, I think it gives them, what, 20 carrying capacity when it comes to food? Either way, something that combos quite well with each other. When it comes to unique units, the Ottomans do have 2 unique units in Feudal Age, the Sipahi and the Meter. The Meter does provide a pretty nice buff all nearby units, and it can change depending on the situation. And Sipahi, a heavy horseman, the heaviest horseman in the game, without being heavy. If that makes any sort of sense. It's a light horse, heavy light horseman. Let's call it medium cav. And of course, the Holy Roman Empire does have access to one of the most powerful Feudal Age units in the game, the Feudal Age Man at Arms. Aachen Chapel gets cancelled and redeployed out here. Aachen Chapel is one of the most powerful Feudal Age landmarks. Once you put a prelate on the inside, give you a nice 40% collection rate of all nearby resources. He even moved the sheeple over here for that as well, so you'll be able to collect the sheeple quickly, the gold and the wood. So only a portion of my wood. It'll probably go to right around here, but adequate to start off with. Collecting this gold, however, would be very useful for the entire game. When Minaret is being plotted on the field, we do have a spearman on the field. Not sure where exactly he's going. He may behind just be... There's a spearman, there's a scout. Spearmen don't pose a massive threat to villagers. In good numbers, the villagers can gank and shank us individual spearmen, no problem. Does go in and build a house there. The spearman could be a bit of a home wrecker and try to torch it down. We don't see stone being collected up, so he's likely not going to see additional town center. And the spearman will take some arrow fire there. And does receive some good damage there. Does pull back in time. Second Spearman here. He may just want to take time to start torching out housing. That's probably what I would do at the moment. Grid Minaret Mideries is being pulled on view, which is a landmark which has 4 regrowable berry bushes. And flexes up 50% faster, regrows after a small amount of time. In other words, it's roughly gives you about 4 villagers worth of constant good food income. Does shank that single spearman. The food collection rate for those 4 villagers also higher than Boar. Boar collects 0.9 per second. Those berry bushes with plus 50% gathering rate is 1. They also got some dead sheeple here. Oh. That had to been Blue's sheep following the scout. Additional spearmen push away forward. Spearmen will take a very long time to torch down the mining camp. Couple arrows not being pulled out of view, which does do bonus damage to the spearmen. And the spearman does try to run away from the archer. Archer and spearman do move at the same speed, but thanks to in combat spread, the archer can catch up. One more arrow will take out the spearman, but he may escape on out of there, and he will escape on out of there. Putting him next to, say, a stone deposit or a gold deposit will help him potentially save a villagers from dying from horseman harassment or knight harassment. Or even potentially a scout, because scouts technically will beat villagers in 1v1. You now have the hardened spearman research for orange. Got multiple, we've got an archer range and a bear spawn field. I have a bit of a defense force. Ottomans, since they print their units directly into, or economic benefits print directly into units, it does give them quite a bit of value, and you can either a defense force with that small force, or you can either be a bit aggressive. Most chooses the latter. We got now a Meter and a Parasipahi on the field. 2 more on the way. Spearman, still think it's being auto-queued, and a archer. Let's see, let's take a look at the Vizier. That's the Prelate. Not that button. And let's see, for the Vizier, he immediately chose, that's where he got his Meter. 1 free Meter and improved movement speed of nearby units, which allows Spearmen to help go along with the Sipahi. We got a good number of Spearmen here for orange, enough to ward away this force, and as well as a good number of archers to hit these random Spearmen. They can provide some okay damage for Sipahi, not great though. With 2 pierce armor versus 5 damage, that's 3 damage per arrow. But it can also pick off these random Spearmen to has to contend with, as well as potentially gauge his opponent's archers. Meters do not have any inherent pierce armor, so they can still do decently well versus Meters, though they do have 160 health, which is a little bit high. Can't easily be focused down by a large group of archers at this point in time, but still can be focused down nonetheless. This Ottoman archer will be picked off. Very good pick there. Orange has a force of 17 units on the field. Ottomans only have a force of 12. Both sides still have their scout. And it looks like he has turned on the Pierce Armor, which does give all these nearby units 2 or 1 Pierce Armor. Some of these Ottoman villagers could get hit. That villager did get hit, didn't get killed off there. And if you look at the mini-map here, look at the wood deposits. The Ottomans' wood deposits are in line all in the front, which is good for walls, bad for collection. Natural barrier, I should say. And as well, he has both these deer relatively close by each other, so there's a good natural expansion direction. One of Orange's spearmen did get hit by a wave of archers. Orange is now sort of cut off from retreating back towards his base. He can utilize, no, he can't utilize this hedge line for ambushes because of the nearby scout. The Holy Roman Empire player is now eyeing for a bit more damage. Sipahi charging away forward. Does get off the wounded Sipahi with his archers. Very good. Takes out an archer or spearman as well. Gets some more damage there. Doing some great focus fire there. Does split his fire there. Spearman needs to rotate around. Doesn't get a shot there. He could actually hit the blue archers there. He could perhaps be aggressive as spearmen and defense and then focus on the archers. So that additional pierce armor is very important. Holy Empire is not going for its own pierce armor. Got only now pierce damage for the Ottoman player. Couple spearmen got some damage there. Oh, didn't get a spear brace there. Posture body blocked by his own archers. Let's focus on one of those archers there. Spearman trying to push on forward. It's a bit of a close combat. But Orange does have a good archer advantage. Sipahi can't connect as long as the spearman around. Orange is trying to dance around, keep the spearman alive, as long as archers just do some good damage there. Does get one of Sipahi down. Orange needs some more spearmen. They're starting to disintegrate. Takes a couple more Sipahi there. Sipahi, there's one spearman remaining. The spearman may want to just turn around and start hitting these Sipahi and give some time for the archers to run away. Do we see another round of 3 spearmen here, which is a good amount to help keep these Sipahi away. Sipahi do get a nice spear brace there. Archers now standing fighting. Does take out another Sipahi there. There's no pierce armor not being researched. The Holy Empire player does have, I suppose, the nearby Meteor. There's no big damage bonus. That Meteor is providing massive benefits. It's reducing the damage output by these versus these archers either from 20% or by 50%. So that Meteor is providing great value right there. And it's the power of the Meteor. I think the Ottoman player is really punching well above his weight thanks to that nearby Meteor. Because in most of the situations he had an inferior number of archers in the opponent, and the Holy Empire player wasn't able to capitalize it because of the Meteor reducing the damage output. I'm not sure why he's trying to kill off all these deer. Meteor did charge a little bit too far forward. Mining research there. Got a nice little line of palisade walls there. Help secure Orange's flanks. Rigni's Cathedral now going on up the Holy Empire player. The Ottoman player is still a bit far away from aging up. Has plenty of gold for it, but not enough food for it. Outpost is a bit of fire there. No arrow slit, no fortified outpost. Does of course have emergency repairs available. No, it's not influenced, so it does not have access to emergency repairs. So this could allow the Holy Empire player to get a lot of free archer hits there. Good number of these villagers going down. Great pick there. We just lost 7 villagers in total. Holy Empire player can, of course, even now going for Castle Age could allow him to get some early relics, and that will each relic provide a very good amount of gold income. And additionally, he can always go for the Palace Swabia to quickly get his villagers reclaimed. While he does took a bit of fire there. Let's find some more palisade walls here. And there's a Rigni's Cathedral. He only has 1 prelate in the field, which is probably not in the field and outside the Ofkin Chapel, so he may need to get that fixed. He also may need to prevent this army advance forward. Also took a bit of fire there, a couple of spearmen only here. Orange is not really pulled out a bit of an army. He's now going for some knights, will be a very powerful unit in this situation. There's a knight right there. Of course, it's a little bit out of position. Townsend are firing some arrows. Orange is running out of spearmen. Knights now engaging the archer line. Spearmen here getting some great damage. Taking off individual Sipahi. Archers are doing a good job of sort of stepping around. Spearman does get focused down there. They not taking off that one. That right there is very important. And more of the Sipahi are slowly whittled down. Archers being driven to a corner. Knights will rip them apart. Knights have right now 5 pierce armor. These archers only have 6 damage. So in other words, they do 1 damage. These archers will eat all of them. Oh! Barely gets out of the radius there, and now the prelate will go down. The head Imperial Army now being put on the field, giving them access to free siege units. And right now the Ottoman players are signing for Mass Sipahi. Let's see. This military school, it's about 1:40 for each Sipahi. So, and each Sipahi is 160. So divide that by 5, which equals 20, times that by 3. So each military school is approximately providing 60 resources per second. Wait, no, that was completely bad math. 160 divided by 5 is not 20. 30, 32, roughly 32 times that by 3, so it's about 96. Let's just round it up to 100 resources per second. Which is still quite significant. Nice to get a great charge attack there. The Ottoman player does have textiles. Villagers are not being pulled back. That is going to be a massive loss there. Sipahi being engaged by the knight right there. Ottoman player just lost 4 villagers there. Knights engaging the Sipahi here. Does have a lancer on the field as well, but the knights are here in force. Now it's going for some janissaries. Janissary, of course, a anti-cavalry unit. They do have reduced range. The archers can pick them off, but they did get some great damage there on those knights. These knights still continue pushing forward, picking off some of these high-value units. Got some man-at-arms out on the field. Over here, looks like Sipahi got cleaned up by some knights. And now the Sipahi, knights, and men-at-arms all pick up these archers. These archers have no longer useful. He did get the veteran archer research. At this point in time, that probably would have been a bad idea, though he still may continue to produce them to help engage janissaries, especially now when he sees his opponent has a lot of janissaries. So they'll still be useful, though Mangonels is still my preferred counter for janissaries. And hoop throwers. Knights here can find a massive hit on these villagers. More knights hitting these villagers. This is a large amount of villagers dead. Now there's 14 villagers dead. Sipahi may get claimed. Blue's just getting overwhelmed, getting hit by multiple targets. Now there is a Holy Roman Empire Sipahi. I wonder if he gets affected by the Menwork Palace's +2 melee armor research. Of course, we will never know in this case. Local doggo does go down. And now that's converted Sipahi. He looks like he did activate Fortitude, giving 40% increased attack speed. Gangster has been picked off by these knights. Another knight charge there onto these villagers. Autumn player does force his first free Mangonel on the field. Going for crossbows and Janissaries be good. Crossbows are 120, Janissaries are 160. Both will be excellent versus these knights. Crossbows right now doing 22 damage per bolt at an attack speed of 2.12 per second. Versus knights at least. And Janissaries versus knights will do 32 at 1.5 attack speed. So the Janissaries have much higher DPS than the crossbows, even versus regular targets, but do have 0.5 target range. Actually, no, make that 1.2. I always think crossbows have 4 tower range, but I always get them mixed up with hand cannoneers. And 4 tower range is not that great in comparison to 3.5. Is just, it's short range. Man-at-Arms starting to get focused now there. Does take out the Janissary quickly as well. So Blue's losing these small groups, and these are high-quality forces. There's a large number of man-at-arms in the field, which will be useful to engage those archers, but they will fall off versus the knights. Janissaries and crossbows, however, will be a great item to accompany them. We'll find a couple more villagers here, so Blue's just getting pulled apart. Mangonel does find a good shot there. Crossbows trying to hit. Imam will be going on down. Man-at-Arms charging forward. Mangonel finds a good hit down that knight. And we've got the combat sprint away, allowing these archers to move away pretty quickly. Oh wait, no, marching drill would affect them as well, doesn't it? So those man-at-arms will have a really hard time catching up to them with marching drill archers. They do get affected by marching drill, right? Yeah, the movement speed is 1.38. None of his own man-at-arms are created, and of course, Blue Empire man-at-arms are incredibly effective. They get a large number of upgrades to make them good in most situations. Mangonel does find hit down the knights. Archers in the front line. Usually that's the inverse formation, but they allow them to avoid a Mangonel shot. And it's a very good number of man-at-arms here. I think the Ultimate's starting to get a nice little death blob of infantry versus the knight-archer combo. Crossbows, in this case, maybe a bit better than Janissaries, just for the more range. It's easier to keep them safe from his opponent's archers. The Roman Empire player, I think he should start eyeing for some Mangonels. Man-at-arms Mangonels are more soft counter to Man-at-arms, but more of a hard counter to crossbows. And he doesn't really have a lot of mobility tools to overrun those Mangonels, so I think Mangonels would be a good item in this situation. Do have a siege workshop here, and also a battering ram 2 along the flanks never hurts you. It always hurts them. This knight will get killed off likely. Two Janissaries, crossbow, and a man-at-arms there. Yep. And now do have the Sipahi trying to clear the Sipahi back. He got his Sipahi back. Whoops. Janissaries getting overrun. Does get some good kills here. Janissary and just a crossbow firing away. Janissary not so much. These villagers getting trapped. Those villagers going to go down. Man-at-arms trying to push forward, trying to protect his forces. Janissary is getting some great damage here. Large number of these knights are very wounded. Another knight does go down. does get some great damage on those villagers. Apparently, Mangonels are very good at killing off villagers. Then again, who would like rocks drop on their head? And Lux of Blue does back in the game now. This Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Got another spam link on Rumble. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry about that. Nice thing about Rumble is, while there's not a lot of things Rumbles need to be improved on, it's pretty easy at cleaning up the chat from spam and all that sort. Got another 25-minute here. Let's do it. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the north side or the left side as the orange Mongols with Louis MT. Spawn on the right side as the blue Rus with El Sensei. Since we do have a Rus player on the field, let's get him selected so we can see what the trade bounties are like. When it comes to economic benefits, the Mongols have a couple unique benefits early on, but they largely fall off in the late game. They do have, of course, the pack up and unpack mechanic, a very frustrating mechanic that needs more quality of life changes. They do have the Ovo, which does give them a steady supply of stone, with some various upgrades you get from it. Around it, you of course can spend your stone on a 100 cost increase of stone in order to get a second unit out. And of course, they do have no need for population space. A lot of those here are starting to go on down. The Rus do have a bit more unique mechanics. They do have the trade bounty mechanic. The more wildlife they kill off, the higher the trade bounty. The more trade bounty, the more food and gold collection rate they get in. Food with the villagers, gold for the hunting cabins. Additionally, they get a bit of gold for each time they kill off a wildlife, which they can basically fund that to age up. They do also get increased wood drop-off when a drop-off location's near a wooden fortress or the Kremlin itself. Blue now has a tier 1. Let's go and just fast forward a little bit. When it comes to unique units, the Rus do have access to the early night. May want to kill off that Zadok Doggo. He doesn't realize he went past that. Well, he has a full health as well. The early night is, of course, a early night. Both do walk past here. Orange has to put out a scout. When it comes to unique units for the Mongols, they do have access to 2 unique units. They all require the Khan. They do have the Keshik, an cheaper heavy cav unit that does get health regen per strike, or health. Not regen, but health restored on strike. And the Magadai, a mounted horse archer that is basically worthless most of the entirety of the game. Silver Tree going on up. And it looks like the Rus players only have 220 trade bounties, so we'll just keep an ear out for any wolves to kill off on the boar. The Silver Tree is a trading landmark, allows you to build out traders with 40% reduced gold cost and 40% faster production speed. A decent landmark, but it's also a double-edged sword because since the Mongols do not have access to any palisade walls, it is really hard to keep your traders alive. Easy to raid. And the the Rus have gone to the Kremlin, a wooden fortress with all the upgrades and ability to call in some militia. The only upgrade it doesn't have is the Spring Gold Emplacement. The wooden fortress drop-off radius is also greatly increased. And when the Khan gets to the next age, he does have access to fire while fire while moving as well. Looks like Blue is claiming up its board now, which will put on the tier 2 trade bounty quite easily. And now he does have an increased collection rate. Going for Wooden Fortress and the hunting camp nearby. And also the hunting camp is close to these trees, so gets a nice little bit of coin generation. Khan's now hitting some of these villagers there. Stable not being pulled in the field. He may be eyeing for some, what's it called, early nights. We do have a pair of Keshiks on the field and another pair of Keshiks on the way. The reason why I know it's a pair of Keshiks, not a single Keshik, is because it's not in the same queue here. So we're going to have 4 Keshiks on the field soon.
Построено есть, ладно. Опасно есть! Наказывай. Позаратай готов есть! Готов трудиться. Кинь наказ есть!
And now the Keshiks now charging way forward. They're of course weaker, but cheaper than regular heavy cap. Does find an angle there. Does get a quick strike, kill off one of the villagers, and second one will go down as well. Great pick there. Khan is almost down. May want to use an arrow before it goes down. I don't know if he did or didn't. Now the Keshiks are rotating around. Another pair of Keshiks here. He may be able to trap. Does get an okay charge there. And Blue stop moving his units, and this horseman will go down. He does have one early night on the field. Early nights, of course, are much more powerful than the Keshiks, much more expensive as well. Do cost 240. Keshiks are what, 200? Yep, 200. They do still have a charge attack. They do have a sword attack, but they're just like 5 damage weaker in both categories. Looks like 6 damage weaker in the charge attack, 4 attack weaker in the auto attack. No additional Keshiks are on the field at the moment. The Keshiks getting some good health regen by torching down the mining camp. He does get a torch down, which does give him 50 resources as well. Mining cabin here is also providing some decent coin generation, gold generation. Keep on getting the terms of Age of Empires 3 and 4 mixed up now. Though he did that purely for the gold generation as well. He could put another one more in the middle there, though we'll be overlapping. Here starting to get hit. Looks like outpost was either cancelled, interrupted. Blue did not kill off any villagers. A couple spearmen not being pulled on out on the field. They're just regular spearmen, not even hardened spearmen. Does get some good attacks there on the scout. Taking that scout is quite important. Does the night vision. You got a decent number of spearmen here, as well as archers as well. Looks like a force of 9. We got 2 pairs of spearmen deployed on the field for the Mongols. The stone is a little bit low. No economic text for the Mongol just yet.
Наказывай.
Жарилгийг дагаж байна уу? Буу гоншин. Хөдөл.
Got 9 archers here, more spearmen being pulled on the field. Looks like another scouting falcon. And the Keshiks and the Khan are falling back here.
Наказе, суть. Приуготовляйтесь, копейщица. Воины, на брань уготовляйтесь. Соглашаюсь.
Our push this way forward over here. We do now the silver tree now redeploy on the bottom right of the map. And Blue Scout will start spotting these traders. He may be a bit preoccupied and knows he spotted the traders. There's a spearman inside of there. Outpost is firing away. Getting some good damage onto these units. Does pick up a couple there. Now got a big wave of militia now being pulled on out. Militia will do 6 damage, do Golden Sandwich's cav. And it was entirely spearmen on the inside. This is simply too large a force for the spearmen to engage. He does have a nice little spearman force, or archer force there. And now spearmen getting hit by these archers. If the Rus archers go down, then the if 5 of these forces just get split up, then the Mongol player can pounce on in. Ketchuk trying to chase down that scout. We got a good number of early knights here. Mongol players lacking military units on the field, going for more Keshuks. Now got a bit charged there. It's a horseman mix on in. Does get a nice little hit there on some of those spearmen of his archers. And does throw some arrows there with the outpost. There's currently 9 villagers here. He wants to clean up the food bears on the ground. Horseman still being pursued. No additional traders on the field. Just a single one at the moment. Blue Scouts falling back. Outpost going on up, Scout going back on in. We do have the orange Scout scouting around. This wooden fortress does not have any sort of upgrade at the moment. It does get some good damage there on the Scout. The Scout does in fact go down. They'll just try and push way forward, try and come up these deer, but we do not have a single Keshik here to hit these horses. And these villagers can't stand and fight against the Keshik. The health per hit will be too great for them. Horsemen now charging on in. Deer is going down to 90 upgrade of the wood collection upgrade. Get some damage there onto the archers. Archers making their advance. Doesn't get a hit there. The oval being redeployed right there. Keshik engaged by a knight. It will lose on a 1v1 against a knight. The health per hit is simply not enough, plus the knight has much greater base health. Got a line of upgrades for the Mongol player. Got damage upgrade for the Rus. Only got pierce armor, pierce damage, now hack damage. Keshik's moving around over there. Does get a spin of engagement here. Oval does go up, going for the movement speed research now. And now the oboe is taking a bit of fire there. Archers do get a volley there. Keshik's and Knights starting to engage. Spearman trying to intercept. Does pick up one of both players and using some spearmen. Knights falling back. Keshik's charging way forward. We don't see the whistling arrow research. However, a very important upgrade I would say that most Mongol players should go for earlier on. Giving yourself the improved whistling arrow gives you 12 seconds of the arrow benefit, which greatly impacts everything. Archer, arrow, on the field does allow him to basically get out additional volley of arrows. Charge attack there. Keshiks and Knights still grinding against each other. Got Militia all dying from a heart attack. And with the Militia now down, this force is significantly weaker. The Mongol archers is able to focus down some of these Knights. Keshiks are being whittled down as well. One Keshik now remains. More archers being pulled on the field. It's falling in back. Neither side has a front line. There's just too many Mongol archers here for them to stand there and fight. More forces being streamed across the map. Both sides need to go for some more spearmen.
Следую наказам. Готовы будете,
We
латницы.
now have forestry and survival techniques now being researched by the Mongol player. Probably would assume survival techniques would have been researched a long time ago. But, oh, there's this other deer deposit. This deer deposit is actually really up north, isn't it?
Пролью кровь их!
And looks like that one trader may be dead. Yeah, all traders are dead. So that one trader he had did get picked off. That's the one civilian kill that the Mongol player or the Rus player has. When it comes to expansion locations, this is of course where his natural gold was, which his next gold expansion is way over here, and some up here in front, down south, there's a small and large gold deposit. Blue's now trying to claim this for, and Blue's very close to aging up, so maybe a good idea to start eyeing a location for the high trade house. Here would not be that great. Right here would be much better.
Приготовляйтесь, латницы.
The Mongol player does not have enough food at the moment to age up. He is starting to clean up the deer now. Berries over here, down here. Ore starting to go on down. And that would put up, let's see his trade bounty. For 370, the high trade house will eventually get up to tier 3.
Латницы готовятся. Готовитесь, латницы. Латницы готовятся.
Outposts going on up. We do now have these Keshiks trying to find another opportunity. Right now we've got 61 military units of 32, so the Mongol player is very far ahead in units. However, the quality is not that too different. Additionally, soon there's going to be a research give the Rus player much higher quality per unit.
Готовы будете, воины.
Do not have the speed arrow there. Villagers have fallen to the wooden fortress. A couple of charge attacks there, but none of the villagers went down. One Keshik does go down there. Does fall back. Eyeing for an outpost here. Outpost will provide the network, increased movement speed, and now the Kurultai is going on up. The Kurultai is a landmark that does provide a health regen or around it, as well as a 20% damage increase. I find it really good in a defensive location or as a siege camp. Not really to use offensively.
Я сорвал сон. Пятый сон. Какой наказ есть?
But now he needs to get this Kurultai redeployed faster right around here in order to get out a good defensive location. Keshik does go in the middle of those archers, does go down there. Kurultai being redeployed right there, which will provide him, and Blue's advancing forward. The Mongol players going to have a great position here with the Kurultai. This one does have a bit of a tech advantage with the Knights and veteran archers, but the increased damage from the Kurultai will help him even out. Doesn't help out the health, however, or in the health regen. Spearman having trouble connecting the front line. There's no spearman for Blue. Scout over here will go down. Keshiks mostly have gone down. Being focused down by these Rus archers. They're doing 8 damage per arrow. The Mongol archers doing 7 damage per arrow. He does go ahead and kill off all those knights, forcing them to fall back. Wave of 10 militia not being pulled on field. Veteran archer research is almost complete. Kurultai should have not packed on up. He's redeployed as soon as can. Well, these archers need to start thugging it. Does get redeployed right there. Veteran archer research. Con does go down, but then fire the arrow for a temporary amount of time. Now these veteran archers up to 11 damage each. Because it is a multiplier, and the higher the base damage is, the better the multiplier is. Since it doesn't round up. So now these archers doing 11 damage each, as opposed to just 7 as they were in the beginning of the fight. Now they can really punch through the knight armor. Ovo taking 5 damage there. Nothing deployed around it. Militia died from dysentery. So going to start repairing up the Ovo for all these villagers. Probably a little bit overkill. Archers advancing forward. Right now they're doing 9 damage. Couple spear braces there. Knights right now have only 5 pierce armor. They take 4 damage per arrow, but if they get near the Kurultai, they will be taking 6 damage per arrow. So that will be a 50% damage increase next to the Kurultai, which is very, very significant. Plus a bit of health regen. Can't tell you if the health regen does matter when it comes to the math for a lot of these fights, but it probably does. Pair of catches, multiple catches been flown on the field. More archers being pushed on forward, more spearmen as well. Single Keshik here. It can take a bit of beating from the tower. Kurultai deployed over here. He does not have siege engineers or improved siege engineers. Improved siege engineers is incredibly nice because able to, like, oh, need to start sieging your opponent's base. You have your choice of using battery rams or traction trebuchets. Mangonels, pulling out mangonels for the infantry units never hurt as well. The Mongol player does sneak out some more spearmen or Keshiks or front line. Also, crossbows wouldn't be half bad either. A couple of them mixed on in. Keshiks do find some villagers here idle, which that could be very important if he's told to stay alive long enough. The Mongol player does also have 100 villagers? Well, the Rus player only has 62? Okay, I need to figure out what happened there. It looks like the Mongol player had a second town center deployed out not sure how long ago. Couple more catches being pulled on out. Archers, of course, have a good position here. Knights slowly whittle one down. The Knights do have 6 armor at the moment, so they take 5 damage per arrow from the Mongol archers near the Kurultai, which is still a significant amount. And he is out of range of the Kurultai now. So he retreated back too far. Of course, you can't want to keep your archers alive. Kurultai has been redeployed right there. Archers will interrupt this deployment, as well as a knight. It's one with the pack-up mechanic. It is very unfun, primarily for gears. Those gears, they are not fun to pack up and remove when you're trying to for your wood line. Kurultai pushing very far forward. That's a little bit ambitious at this moment, because he doesn't have any units to stop these knights from being sent forward. That's why he should probably mix in some crossbows at this moment. I do believe also the 20% damage increase does affect multipliers as well. These archers slowly whittle on down. Kurultai not being brought on back. Both sides have minimal force, 14 to 18. Both of them throwing more and more army into this fight. The Kurultai has been redeployed there, did draw some fire there. And more Keshiks is probably a good call for the Mongol player. As long as not playing archers, I think just going more heavy in Keshiks as well as some crossbows would be useful. But he has been finding some of these lone villagers there. I wonder how many went down over here. Oh, the whole thing's torched. All those villagers must have went down. Oh, and lost the Roost player backs out game as well. He lost too many villagers to those single Keshiks. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I do need to use the restroom, so if you guys please give me one moment. Sorry about that. Let's find another replay. Result pending. There's no name here. What will happen? Is this going to load? Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Xbox 4 replay. Small on bottom right side, as a Cyan Mongols, we don't have a name. Doesn't appear to be an AI, so on top left side as the pink Chinese with Louis MT. When it comes to economic benefits, Mongols do have a couple economic benefits. They do have the OVO to get a steady supply of wood. They don't require housing. And some other fun things around the OVO, backup mechanics, and all that sort. The Chinese, for their economic benefits, they have the Imperial Official, and they can build stuff faster with some, as well as some dynasty-related items, such as getting some faster villager production in the Song Dynasty. Khan's heading up north, scouting around. When it comes to unique units, the Chinese do have access to Zinshnu. The Zinshnu is crossbow versus units that have low armor. And the Mongols have two unique units. They have access to the Keshik as well, which is a cheaper, weaker heavy cav. And they also have the Magadai, a mounted archer that is generally worthless in most times of the game. Both sides now bottom barracks. We've got the Spearman Rush coming out for the Mongol player. He does have a villager here as well. 3 Spearmen on the field, 2 more on the way. He's likely to side eye from outposts. He has scouted out this region. He could deploy an outpost atop a gold deposit there to deny its income. However, he could always get enough gold to age up through taxable income, though he's only at 50 at the moment. Deploying at the outpost near that gold mine could be very useful. Got 3 Spearmen versus 3 Spearmen. Trying to fall back. Villager falls back slow. Scout taking some time. Does cancel the outpost there. Another pair of Spearmen here. So that'll be 5 Spearmen. The Chinese player spawning out 50 Spearmen as well. And no additional Spearmen for the Mongol player. Outpost going on up. It looks like a good engagement there for Cyan. Focusing his damage all on one unit. Doesn't get that one unit there. He needs to get those 2 Spearmen to hit that one. He's turning around. Pink's doing some dancing around. Does pick off one pink spearman now. Cyan's losing a good number of spearmen right there. But should be able to win out Cyan, but it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory. Now it's probably time for a speed arrow. Outpost is something being built. So Pink's trying to torch it down with his scout. And all these spearmen are severely wounded. A spearman won't be able to really survive another engagement. So it does force opponent to build out more spearmen here. One of the players not even started collecting any gold at the moment. There we go. Got 3 villagers on gold now. Outpost, let's go up. Going for another outpost now. He's even taking time to repair up this outpost first. Throws in a wounded spearman in there. Thinking they'll do better as archers rather than spearmen, which is probably not entirely false. Chinese players incredibly far from aging out. The Mongol players making progress to it. And that is a good number of spearmen. He's starting to fall back. He may just want to throw some spearmen. I'm not sure if that got canceled or destroyed. That may have been canceled since he's immediately building another one. You may want to cancel it now before it takes any torch damage. Getting some arrow fire there, throwing his wounded spearman aside. Of course, you can't get the arrow slits until you age up. Throws wounded spearman inside of there. The last 2 spearmen will go down. Additional spearman has been pulled on the field. Villager has been surrounded. It does go down. Cancel the outpost now. And more of the spearmen start to go down as well. Chinese players now collecting too much wood. He needs to reorganize the economy. As he has 300 wood at the moment. Silver tree is now going on up. This is a good map. Let's see. Oh, there's a big deposit tree sort of in the way for the silver tree. And this one will prevent good placement there. But still, right here is probably best because it's also tree deposit in the way. So right here is probably good for the silver tree. In which it may cause us traders. That is, this other tree deposit is also in the way. But nothing too significant. That spearman will go down. This outpost will be torched down. Oh, is that a bunch of villagers in there? There's actually a bunch of villagers in there, so one of them did get picked off. Scout will be picked off as well, which is very important. Make it hard to spot, especially in this map. Needs to focus on this wounded spearman. Oh, there's a good number of wounded spearmen. Does back away spearmen. Oh boy, those are all wounded. I was gonna say, oh, they can pop out, do some damage. No, they're not. A couple more higher health spearmen advancing on forward. Silver tree is now completed. And the spear arrow allows these guys to run away. Hardened spearman research on the way. Going for an archer range. Imperial Academy soon to be deployed. Mongol is eyeing for some archers, using ×2 archers as well. I'll be regrouping for a counterattack now. Local doggo will go down. Both players are now advanced next age. The Chinese player still has a massive amount of wood. Probably a little bit too much, as I theorized this before. The Chinese player could eye for the Bardic in the Sun somewhere. Maybe next. Oh, he's going for additional town center here. Additional town center could help him out get some more villagers. The silver tree is not being repacked up and thrown to a corner. He may not have the corners of the map even scouted out. Yep, okay, he knows where the trade post is. And all that really matters. When the trade post is that you can just know where to throw the silver tree at, the other side of the map. Arctic Sun will be deployed on the field. It can easily be cleared out by a single battery ram. However, it doesn't have a battery ram at the moment. Nor does it have the research for it. Silver Tree is now eyeing for a handful of traders, minimum or half distance, providing 16 gold per minute. If it's in the corner, it provides like 60. So it's generally to go better for longer. Though this does give him one trader out over there, and the gold count is increasing before it gets to destination. Do not have signs now going for these deer. He may spot. Oh, that's an interesting spot for the silver tree. Is he stutter stepping traders? Is that even a thing? Right now, the trade is providing 21 gold per minute or drop off. The Khan's right here. Spearmen are trying to make sure he's not there. Does get some good damage onto him. I think Pink did see the silver tree, even though there's some pretty big line of sight blockers. There's an opening there from the spot, and he probably sees it now as well. And putting the silver tree here will help him keep it a bit more concealed, or easier to protect, since he'll have natural expansion location here, especially, or expansion direction here, especially for this stone deposit. It is designed to redeploy. The Chinese player does not have stable in the field, so it'll be a bit difficult to raid it. Another barracks not being deployed on the field. Zinchnews are on the way. And now got the Kurultai not being deployed on the field. The Kurultai is a landmark that allows you to get an aura of health regen and damage increase around itself. And throw 17 villagers here on these deer. That allow him to collect up the deer very, very quickly. He does have some nearby berry deposits you can make use of, and there's a good amount of gold and stone there as well. And he is stutter stepping traders. Okay, I'm not sure if the micro for that is just worth it, or it's just a good idea just to send the trader over to the silver tree in the corner. But he is going to maximize economy by stutter stepping the silver tree. Both sides have no vision range here. That's why it took forever for you to spot each other. And Zinchnews will love being that close range. There's 7 Zinchnews here, and there's 8 archers here. Kurultai is employed in a defensive location. The Kurultai is good both as a siege camp and a defensive location. Outpost has been employed out here, which the Yam network will partially cover the trader's path. Nothing too significant, however. You can see here the traders do get a bit of speed boost in that small little aura, and then it dissipates. Kurultai stutter stepping its way forward as well. We do have some man-at-arms now full on the field. It is age 2 versus age 3. The Mongol player needs an eye for mass man-at-arms. Maybe go for improved siege engineers as well. Improved siege engineers will allow him to follow some Mangonel in the front line as well as traction trebuchets. He does spot the force buffers there, which they may interrupt him from deploying out the Kurultai there. Men-at-arms and spearmen will make short work of the palisade wall. Kurultai will aid their torches. Yep, they do 19 damage now per torch. Just news pushing forward, they have 4 damage. The men-at-arms do have 4 inherent armor, plus 1 as in research as well. Men-at-arms will take quite a bit of beating here. All those units do go down. Men-at-arms now engaging these spearmen in melee. All of these archers are being focused on by the Zinchnews. The men-at-arms are broken through. The Zinchnews are still here in good numbers. He does get the Kurultai redeployed here, which increases the damage of these men-at-arms by 20% and give them a bit of health regen to work with as well. Doing some great damage there. A couple more archers push way forward as well. They're currently at 8 damage. It has not deployed up. Okay, he does have a blacksmith on the field. But he does not actually have range damage. He went for melee damage first. Khan does go down there. That may have been... No, that was the defense arrow. Giving him 5 seconds of 2-2 armor. The Kurultai at this point in time may want to back on off. Those 9 real threat of being torched down. These men-at-arms are still creeping the way forward. Kurultai advancing forward. Oh, he rebuilt the walls there. So the Kurultai has to run all the way over here. So there's nothing here that's really supposed to be a threat. The villagers could try surrounding it, but take quite a bit of time to torch it down. Kurultai at this point in time, while packed up, has no pierce armor, so will take full damage from these range attacks, and is being redeployed right there. That's going to be a powerful location. You start torching down over here. He's forcing me to perhaps rotate around way over here. Let's look at the scout there. Just set a blaze to the outpost. No additional man-at-arms in Poland field. He just wants some monks to pick up some, or shamans to pick up some of those relics. Kurultai may want to pack on up and get on out of there before it gets torched down. More man-at-arms in Poland field designed for a forward battery. That's very good. Just mass man-at-arms at 4, even mixing some horsemen or catchers would be useful. The archers may just want to take time and start building up the battle ram. Kurultai being repositioned, but won't be able to redeploy with their nearby units. Just keeping one unit just to constantly torch it down will prevent it from redeploying, and that's the problem with the backup mechanic. It is not a fun mechanic. The Kurultai does get redeployed there, providing some good health benefits in this region. And now do have the Chinese player now advance to the next age. He needs to get out his Zinchnu upgrades and everything there. This will give him 2 additional damage, putting them up to 7 damage per bolt, if my math is incorrect. And so these men-at-arms could take some hits from them. Nope, they'll only take, they'll take 1 damage per hit. Got the Yalm not working out being research and improve game movement speed around these outposts. Villager will go down there before the outpost gets completed. We got a battering ram here. Battering ram will be useful. The Kurultai is taking a bit of a beating. Got a crossbow in the field. It's not common for Chinese players to go for Palace Guard at this moment in time. But Palace Guard are inferior in melee combat versus other men-at-arms with the less armor. at least in Castle Age. Bannerman's not pushed way forward. He does have health regen from the nearby Kurultai. Yes, the Kurultai does give health regen to nearby siege units. And Bannerman will distract his pump long enough so he can go ahead and drive on out of there. Kurultai is also not set ablaze. Got 2 relics picked up by the Mongol player and 1 more on the way. And nearby Yam network, this will greatly improve the movement speed of these units. 144, 129, so now the man-at-arms with the same speed as archers and spearmen. And the health regen is going to be very handy indeed. Probably a good idea to send a villager to start repairing up the Kurultai. How many traders are currently out in the field? The Silver Tree is still in this region. And that is a market now jumping on its way forward. However, we've got a couple spearmen now hitting some of these traders. It's very, very problematic. There's 18 traders on the field, enough for the full Silk Road, but another of them starting to go on. Good number of them is going on down there. Handful of men-at-arms are moving their way down there, but it will take a significant amount of time to get down there. One of those traders do go down. Outpost is rolling some fire there, holding back his opponent for a short amount of time. See, does he have improved engineers? He does not have improved engineers. Some rapidly deployed out Mangonel could be very handy. There's improved siege engineers. Because right now his opponent, it's really entirely composed of Zinch News. Some 1 or 2 Mangonels can rip that army apart. The dog does go down. This outpost will spot this assault. He's afraid of Clocktown SBs, which is not an uncommon fear. But with our cast vision, we know he doesn't have to worry about that too much. He doesn't realize about all of these. Okay, he does know about it now. West Trader will go down as well. Shaman will go down there as well. He gets picked up another relic. The last remaining relic is way over here, which the monk is making his way over there now. Now got the speed arrow there to help his man-at-arms close the distance. The additional armor is not going to be useful since they only take 1 damage per arrow either way. Some Keshiks deployed on the field. Actually, no, these are just veteran horsemen. Those will also be useful. They do have 5 armor, so they take 2 damage per arrow. Or per bolt. Zinch News are taking quite a bit of damage. They do have the same movement speed as crossbows and man-at-arms. In other words, not fast. Now got the Military Academy, not the improved Military Academy being researched. Second site here has been decaptured. Last one is not captured by Cyan, so no secret site. Or Pink does actually have a secret site. Zinch News will be cleaned on up. Good kills there. More Zinch News pushing over here. And the Mongol player is going for more horsemen, a more direct counter to the Zinch News rather than a general purpose unit as the Keshik. Keshiks would generally perform better than the veteran horsemen. But of course, veteran horsemen was cheaper and they're a bit more agile. And it's backing off. They can't stay near this keep. least not for long. Horseman does go down there. Position is making their advances. Now that's Clock Tower and SCBs. No Mangonels to pull it up on the Mongol player. He lost both of those spring golds. He may have just canceled. Yep, looks like he canceled them. And the horsemen do find the Mangonel, not Mangonel, Clock Tower and SCBs. Very, very good. Khan, archers, and a handful of man-at-arms are breaching up over here. Battering rams going to be making their way to the wall. Right now, the civilian count is in favor of Pink. He does have 2 town centers in Song Dynasty, but the Mongols do have a whole bunch of traders, which do provide, I think, a bit more value than individual villagers. So the quality of the Mongol village is higher, or in the fact that Mongol doesn't have a whole lot of economic research at all. More outposts here, and now we've got the Spirit Way. The Spirit Way is a Age 4 landmark. When each of your Dynasty units start going down, nearby units give health regen and attack speed. Single villagers taking time to repair up the Kurultai. Doesn't need to repair it up immediately, so just sending one villager there just to slowly repair is a good idea. Got an arrow in place in here, and that's the problem as well. This is how bad is moving around the gears. It's better just to build another gear than just to try to mess with redeploying the gear. Does go and buy a whole bunch of food there. He's eyeing to age up. With this amount of trade, he can get a lot of resources. Now I got the White Stupa in Ovo variant that gives you 240 stone per minute. The Cognitive Palace does provide even more value over time. That's why I think people should go for that a bit more. Good number of horsemen here taking out these units. Plus he has probably a decent supply of stone if he wants his advanced research. When he ages up, he can always get out the stone commerce. More outposts being pulled out here. Got a big line of stone walls not being pulled out by the Chinese. The outpost will spot part of it. I've got a pair of traction trebuchets advancing forward to the keep. Traction trebuchets are weaker than regular trebuchets, but they do attack faster. And they can be improved by a nearby Kurultai. So if the Kurultai redeploys over here, the traction trebuchets will be benefited. And he sees now all these walls going down up. He could actually pull out a siege tower and go ahead and get on top of the walls himself. And yes, I did actually say siege tower. Don't doubt the siege tower. For, yeah, plenty of reasons to doubt it. It does one job. It does it very well. Oh, looks like palace guards do rip apart the traders. There's a common problem with Mongol traders. Since you can't build up palisade walls, you have no way of protecting them. And palace guards, they do move relatively quickly. Right now they're moving at 1.58 tiles per second. Traders are moving still slower, even with the nearby speed benefits. Palace guards break forward, and right now the Mongols' army is not designed to engage palace guards. Kesheks will be useful versus palace guards, crossbows as well. And these archers are just getting overwhelmed. He does not have any anti-armor tools on the field. He's going for a single hand cannoneer at the moment. Has a handful of crossbows. The Mongol player didn't redelegate these traders. Now he has redelegated some of those traders. And more of these traders are starting to go on down. These palace guards are still ripping them apart. Got a couple of engagement by Palace Guard. Palace Guard still will beat the Horsemen in 1v1 combat. Palace Guards are ripping apart more traders over here. The Mongol player is just getting ripped apart from multiple angles. He has nothing to engage his opponent. He has lacking economic techs as well. That's one reason why it seems like his opponent has so much resources, because he's simply just been able to obtain more resources. Without the all those villagers to go down. The Mongol player is now down to 97 civilians. Palace Guards are now running around everywhere. He has nothing really to stop them. Bombards hitting Palace Guards. I suppose that's one way to deal with them. A couple sprint goals here. Villagers here getting hit. Villagers standing and fighting. Yeah, that's probably going to be game. I'm not sure what happened there, but that looks like the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see now. Let's find another player. That's online 20 days ago. 19 days ago. 16. Here we go. Let's try this one. And hidden. Damn it, my voice is already going out. 8 hours ago. This name may be a bit too common. Yep. That. I'm not going to try to figure out which one's the right one. 16 hours ago. Four minutes. 20 minutes, so we can do this one. A little bit short. "22 minutes, we could do this one. 10 minutes. Here we go, 30-minute one. This seems pretty good. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on the right side as the red French with O_O. On the left side as the pink Holy Roman Empire, we have Corvinus 1. When it comes to economic benefits, the Holy Roman Empire player does have access to Prelate, 40% increased collection rate on individual villagers, as well as 40% carrying capacity on all villagers. The French have access to faster villager production. Which also means they need a more amount of food. It is a slight double-edged sword. They also need more food for that faster villager production. They do also have access to some other basic economic benefits, such as free melee blacksmith research, but they do require still a blacksmith. And the keep does provide 20% discount to nearby archer ranges and stables. The Empire player does have access to throw relics into any sort of building, or any important building, not necessarily houses or mining camps. And for all the economic benefits, yep, got the Aachen Chapel. The Aachen Chapel, once he throws a prelate inside of it, does provide a 40% collection rate around it. And we do have here the School of Cavalry. The School of Cavalry is a stable, and also makes all stables produce 20% faster. The good thing about this landmark is just the fact that it's a stable. You don't have to take time to collect the wood or the resources, or to collect the wood and to build it in order for me to get a stable out, so you can immediately start pushing forward with some Royal Knights. When it comes to unique units, in Feudal Age, of course, got the Royal Knight. A slightly more effective heavy knight, early knight, with more upgrades to go along with it. That's where the key bit of extra power comes from. It's the upgrades. Through Canted Saddles, Chivalry, and Royal Bloodlines. While the Holy Empire player does have access to one of the most powerful Feudal Age units, Feudal Age Man-at-Arms. the early man at arms.
Cavalparat. Ambulo. Kungrandcourse.
Both players advance to the next age. Both players are not eyeing to build any military units out at the moment. The Holy Roman Empire player is not giving stone to get a second town center out, nor also the French player is eyeing for a bit of stone to get us a second town center now. And we do have the first Royal Knight now float on the field. There's the French scout there, bringing back some sheeple. He could probably just pass them back now and bring his scout to the Royal Knight to provide some spotting. After all, you can't see much in that heavy armor. You have a single defensive spearman for the Holy Roman Empire player, right here. And he's also getting the hardened spearman research now. Also see some town center arrows there. Of course, with his higher armor, he can withstand quite a bit of beating, as well as higher health. Another spearman now employed on the field, trying to pursue this Royal Knight. The Royal Knight's just doing a good job of occupying his opponent. He's also getting out horsemen now. Royal Knight is 240, each spearman is 80, so the Royal Knight is still technically more costly than these two spearmen. Additional spearmen now employed on the field. And we'll find an opportunity to engage. You didn't get a charge attack there, which the charge attack would, as well as the extra damage in return, could have been useful. Royal Knight has taken a bit of a beating there. Royal Knight's trying to fall back now. It'll 9 damage. So it'll take do 7 damage each. Or 6 damage each. So the Royal Knight can withstand 3 more hits before going down. If the Royal Knight just needs to get thrown to town center this moment in time, it's best to pursue this Royal Knight and finish it off. If you leave it alive, Tripoli can of course get it healed up. Needs 2 more hits and decides to fall back now. He would have been very close to getting the kill or not. Barracks now going on up. The Royal Knight just may want to be thrown outside of town center in order to receive and just wait till Shirley gets research to get healed up. Because at this point in time, he's not going to do much. King's villagers push way forward, trying to collect up these deer. And he does have a good, adequate number of defensive spearmen, just in case if a Royal Knight shows up. Or 3 of them shows up. Hardened spearmen now on the way for the French. Usually it's not common to see a Royal Knight archer for the French, but he's going for a Royal Knight spearman. He's noticed his opponent has gone for a good number of horsemen. That's probably one reason why he's going for the spearman. His opponent is gone for a spearman horseman because usually most time French players go for a Royal Knight archer. Spearman will be good against the Royal Knights, horseman will be good against the archers. So his opponent's already trying to preemptively counter his opponent's composition. Chivalry's on the way. The French player has second towns on the field, and his villagers will produce what, 30% faster at this age? So this is a good production of villagers. His opponent has not gone to the second town center, so the French player will skyrocket in villager count. This next group of forest puppers are over here, next to some berries, so pulling another town center here wouldn't be half bad. Scout pushing way forward, we'll spot stuff. Spot a whole lot of stuff. Line of walls going on up as well. Oh, and okay, Red is trying to lock off these relics. It's not uncommon that Holy Empire players go for Regni's Cathedral and have prelates early on, so it's easy for them to capture up these relics. It is not uncommon, so he's trying to deny the relics as quickly early as he can. Ink does go across the T around the relic immediately. Probably cancel this bit of wall there. But he's gonna go for a nice little wall. Depends on your definition, nice and little. Got a handful of spearmen there. Got decent force on both sides. Pink's is larger, but a little bit lower quality. Both players have 15 military units on the field. Quality is in favor of red. Local doggo demands head paths. And now we do have Shirley research there, so that wounded Royal Knight is healing himself quite nicely. And look on the map here, the relics are a nice little X formation. They're in the four corners of the earth and in the center. 8 villagers here to pluck up these deer. And now got a forward blacksmith here. Spearman engaging spearmen. Royal Knights need to stop hitting those spearmen, sort of fall back a little bit. Archers getting some good damage on in. Royal Knights are cleaning up the spearmen now. Horsemen trying to overrun these archers. Red still has a good number of spearmen here. Taking out Pink's horsemen, no problem. And all Pink's horsemen do go down there. Pink's army does go down there. Archers and reinforced spearmen being deployed on elk. Additional house there. Oh! With that deployed down the field, will this be considered influence?
Das Hannigan.
Yep, and now this outpost can receive emergency repairs.
Dolme bien.
Secundement demande.
Escolte bene.
20 villagers on these berries. These berries will not last very long, this many villagers nearby. There's some more berry deposits down here. Res now iron from outposts, which will help them provide some good vision in this region. As well as potentially spot anything inside that shrubbery. You can't hide from Pink in that shrubbery, thanks to nearby outposts as well. Burgrave Palace not being flown in the field. Nope, he goes for the Regnice Cathedral instead. Guildhall on the way. Guildhall is the lesser of the two landmarks. Does give him basically generational resources, and generates more resources depending if there's more resources already stored in the bank. And you also get your very precious stone there as well. It combos quite well with the Red Palace. Yeah, they can go for a bunch of town centers, which will have you get a number of arbalets, or just make it so you can just pull out keeps everywhere. Good for also the other economic benefits as well.
Je suis votre serveuse.
Monster now going on up. Of course, we now got the Regnice Cathedral now upon the view. Very likely that he will get 2 relics, no problem. It's all going to come down the center. Pink saw the opportunity to pick up a relic, and he will claim it. So Pink will probably have 3 relics, his opponent will only have 2. The monk or prelate going across the sacred site there will alert him that he's picked up the relic. Now got this relic being claimed as well, being escorted back on home. Veteran Spearman, Veteran Archer Research for the Holy Roman Empire player. Handful of walls right there.
L'heure, votre jetzt pose à moi. Apertisez votre courage, compagnon. Et continue.
Advertence de demande.
I was going to wall off this region. This area is actually completely walled off as well, so this entire hill is now walled off. And he could go for boar. A little bit idle at the moment. 8 villagers here, that's perfect number for boar. The Boris note you stab all the time. Hakuna Matata does not apply to the French.
Advertance tout le monde.
Villagers now making their way down south to collect the stone. The guild hall is currently collecting up the default food. I'm not sure if you meant to do that or not.
Les ordonnances.
Both sides are sort of just echoing up. Ray's trying to secure his side of the map. He does have, of course, a trade post back here. He could put some traders, put a market or two here, start getting some traders out. Don't need a whole bunch, just something to help provide some gold income. Now I got the Palace of Swabia now being flown field. A town center that can produce 3 times faster at 2/3 of the cost, or 1/3 of the cost. So that'll help out the Holy Roman Empire player to even out the village account, because right now he's fighting against a little more than 2. Then now he'll have 4. Spring Gold emplacement gains some great damage here, improved by a relic. Red's now being supported with a good number of Royal Knights, veteran Royal Knights. Over here, there's a good number of Spearmen saying no to them. Wall does go down there. Horsemen charging way forward. Spearmen rotating around. Getting a bit of damage over here. Royal Knight. And we do also some French men-at-arms on the field. Man-at-arms in situation against his opponent's current composition will be quite effective. Another fortified outpost somewhere. Spring Gold placement gains good hits on this knight. That knight can't take another hit. Elite archer research on the way, which will be useful. That'll put his archers up to 10 damage. So they start putting some holes in these knights who don't have any armor upgrades at the moment. Which means those 10 damage archers will do some good work, and they can get up to 11 and 13 with other research. French player has plenty of gold at the moment, needs some more food to age up, he needs to invert his resources. Let's take out some of those units there. And emplacement has been upgraded, does have a relic inside of it as well, so put some big holes in anything that advances. And now got the Red Palace being aggressively being placed down. Usually the Berkshire Castle. The Red Palace right here. The Red Palace fires arbalets rather than arrows, and makes all your keeps and towers get additional arbalets and place them as well. And those arbalets even put holes into batter rams. The base damage is 60, can be improved by various archer research. So if base damage is 60, and batter rams have base armor of 50, so they will do 10 damage per arrow, and you get 15 units on the inside. That is along the 3 regular arbalets, or 2, that would be 170 damage for every 1.5 seconds against battering rams. Got some stone walls not being flowed out over here as well. Inkfly does not know about the palace just yet. He has 18 villagers there. Anything that advances for in this region. Red's trying to go for some stone walls here. Red needs to back off these villagers before they get overwhelmed. They did get partially overwhelmed. These villagers need to get on the inside of the Red Palace. You also could throw some of these other units in there as well. Elite Royal Knight, Tide Barn, economic research and cannon placement all being researched out and out. The cannon placements for the Red Palace could upgrade the Spring Gold as well.
Le champ nous attend.
Royal Knights pushing forward. Elite Royal Knights still no blacksmith research onto them. Now he's getting some Pierce armor now. And Cannoneers being put on the field. That will be useful against everything. But they're in low numbers at the moment, and they will be quickly picked off there. Royal Knights, they avoid those spearmen. These Royal Knights are fighting some villagers there. Does take out a villager. He may find himself some more villagers here. He's trying to escape on out. There's walls on both sides, stone walls including.
Zoom pour la bataille. Nous attendons vos commandements.
Royal Knights trying to run away. Do not have a counterweight trebuchet deployed on the field. He can make battle rams hit the Red Palace if he goes for the light, or what was it called, construction materials? Lightweight beams. The one that improves the health and armor of siege weapons. Royal Knights slowly being picked on off over here. Got another town center over here, so the French has 4 town centers on the map currently. And they're keeping it pulled up by red here as well. Trebuchet trying to push his way forward. Multiple trebuchets now sieging down the Red Palace. Since it is a landmark, it only takes wood to repair as well. Spring Gold trying to push his way forward, pick off a couple trebuchets.
Tout est ordonné. Ainsi sera fait.
More rocks are hitting the Red Palace now. Additional keep being pulled out here. More Spring Golds being pulled on out. And right now, if you look at the map, he does have some good amount of gold inside of his borders. And not really. And red is aggressively claiming all the gold of the map. It's a good volley there. Got a Culver now on field. Does he have increased range? He does have increased range on his Spring Golds. Culverins do have 12 tile range like the Spring Golds.
Quels sont vos commandements? J'attends ma besogne prochaine.
I'll keep way back here, which will find the economic benefits. Going for a large number of Arbaleteer research as well. It does have elite Arbaleteers. He just canceled something. He canceled and killed off all of his, what are those, regular spearmen and archers? He's at pop cap. He has a little bit too many villagers. Speaking of which, those villagers are now idle. We got a large number of trebuchets here. 5 trebuchets, 2 culverin, 9 Hannicaneers, a good number of spearmen. Right now, mana arms seem like a good item against his opponent. Mangonels as well. Guild Hall is currently providing gold. Right now, the French player does need more food. He has 69 villagers on wood. Jeez. Red Palace is receiving mass amounts of damage now. Culverins and Spring Golds engaging. Culverin does go down. 2 Spring Golds do go down. And that Culverin does go down as well. Spring Golds pushing forward. The Red Palace is almost down. And he no longer uses defensive placement. These Arbaleteers can have Gamberson, so they have 9 melee armor. These Elite Spearmen have currently 14 damage, so they only do 5 damage against the Elite Arbaleteers. The Arbaleteers could potentially stand and fight head on. He may just want to order his man-at-arms to engage just to stall out his opponent. He has too many villagers at the most, so he's having trouble fielding army. Let's of course have to keep here with a Arbaletier. Arbalest in placement, of course. Mine camp receiving some fire there. We'll slowly going down. Has keeps everywhere. In which this keep is going to going down. He could go for enlistment incentives. I don't know why I totally pronounced it that. Paper Chase keeps good damage there. It's going to repair it on up. Of course, it's a regular keep, so it will take stone to get repaired on up. A handful of culverins here as well. Spring golds as well. Arbaletiers, of course, can go ahead and hold down to get additional range and pierce armor. Home to 12 range. One spring gold does go down. Culverin's taking some fire. Another culverin does go down. He does have increased health and pierce armor, so now veterans do close to Arbalest replacements. Stable does go down there. He does have plenty of production back here at the moment. Is trying to rapidly seize all that gold there. Red may need to get out another mining camp over here, so it's easier for drop off. These forces are to make their way forward. The stable does take a bit of damage there. No canted saddles research. Doesn't even have a veteran horseman as well. Stable does go down. All these other stables will go down as well. He's going to pop cap. He's just having trouble fielding army. His army is going to be 50% smaller due to the fact that he just has a lot more villagers. In return, his economy doesn't seem all that great. The guild hall only has 360 resources. He's not going for a keep here. Archer range does go down. Losing this other infrastructure here. Can't be losing this other infrastructure. He's now starting to advance on forward. He has to make his advance. He can make his Arbalest fire 6 range rather than 4. Spring Golds do take a hit there from Culverins. And the Royal Knights having trouble slowing the ground. We got good number of Spring Golds here. Being slowly whittled down. His one's production is rapid across the front line. Arbalest still rotating around, picking off Imperial Spearmen, and Cannoneers and Archers still taking some good damage on these Arbalests. He may just want to stand and fight, get out Camerson. He does just got incendiary arrows, but the Arbalests are doing 22 damage per shot, which is significant. He gets the passive. Blow out the passives, they will have additional 5 pierce armor, or is it 4? By the way, a significant amount will resist most of the range attacks from those archers, which is nothing in Cannoneers. Monastery has been set ablaze, a keep has gone down, so no enlistment incentives anymore. Has 800 resources inside the guild hall. It may be a good idea to draw it now. He has a lot of amount of resources. He's trying to build up more Arbalests. He simply doesn't have population space. He needs to be a bit more aggressive, I think. I think just being a bit too passive. He also needs to lead some of his villagers, honestly. These villagers are building up this keep now. There's a good number of them. Now got horsemen charging way forward, which are a counter to the Arbaletiers. And Canadians from the back line as well. John breaking his way forward. King's army has gone down for the most part, but he doesn't have any siege weapons to engage this now keep. Multiple keeps in front there. This landmark will be going down. This is another landmark. This last one named, and the French player does back out of the game now. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, my voice is starting to go out again, so I'm going to call the stream early. I don't want to strain it anymore. This is Android saying thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some